What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast, where this is Fight Talk. And this episode is brought to you by Layback TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, every language, all HBOs. You can go on laybacktv.com. It's on your screen to see how you can download it on your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks. And you can give a shout out to them on their Instagram, official_layback TV. Now let's get into some fight talk, shall we? Whoa! Alright, guys, we got a lot to digest and very little time to do so. And I will rebuttal on everything that occurred on these type of news. First of all, fight announcements. Let's get this shit rolling. You know what I'm saying? We got now February 21st in Houston, Sean Strickland versus Fluffy Hernandez. The middleweight fight that we never thought we would actually need. I love it. I fucking love it. This is going to be a fire fight. And shout out to Sean Strickland finally getting a fight in America, bro. I don't know what the fuck you got to do. UFC 325, which is going to be headlined by Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez for the UFC Featherweight Championship. Oh, we got fire fights following that in Sydney. Dan Hooker's making a quick return, taking on Benoit St. Denis. And Rafael Fiziev taking on Rufi. Woo! Sydney's on fire come January. And it was just announced at the press conference, UFC 326 in March. It's going down. Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira 2 for the BMF title at lightweight. I love it. That's going to be a fire fucking fight, though. Yo, let's get shit cracking. UFC, what was it? UFC, 323 just took place. Pantoja versus Joshua Van, I'm sorry. Flyweight championship ends quickly due to Pantoja breaking his arm in the first fucking round. Yo, I felt so bad for him, bro. Damn, bro. I feel bad for him, man, because shit, man, he's come a long way just to get to this point. I felt like if he would have won this fight, he was going straight to 135, try to take on the winner, Marab and Yan. Damn, man. But shout out to Joshua Van, man. New flyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? First flyweight champion to be born in the 2000s. I don't know what the fuck that means. But shout out to him, new flyweight champ. Marab versus Peter Yan. Holy shit. I kind of bet on this fight and I fucking lost because Marab only pulled off 2 takedowns. But shout out Peter Yan reclaiming the UFC Bantamweight Championship. 2-time Bantamweight champion. 3rd man to ever reclaim the Bantamweight title behind Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw. So shout out to Peter Yan. Hopefully he gets a better title run than he did last time. Lamont Roach taking on Pitbull Cruz. Very entertaining fight. Very dirty. But it ends at a draw. And I feel very bad for Lamont Roach. That's 2 fights in a row that his fight ended in a draw when people thought he won. I had it at a coin toss, to be honest. Honestly, I don't even know what you do now. I mean, do you run it back? It looked like they got to take some time off. I mean, it would have been perfect to set this up because the winner of this fight, right? The winner of this fight could have fought the winner of Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, maybe. But this fight was for a WBC interim title. No one gives a fuck about no interim championships, but shout out to Lamont Roach, man. You know, keep your head up, bro. You still got a long career. You'll be all right. Alexander Usyk, after losing one of the titles, no longer undisputed champion again. He wants Deontay Wilder next. Interesting. Not sure why he wants that. Wilder has done nothing to earn a title shot again. He's won his first fight after many years of losing. He's lost to Joseph Parker. He lost to Tyson Fury. And he still never got that one fight against Anthony Joshua, which Joshua will be fighting Jake Paul in a couple weeks. I don't know what's Usyk. I think he wants a warm-up match. Personally, I think Usyk versus Andy Ruiz, better fight. That's just me. But, like I said, T.O. versus Shakur is official for Ring 4 event, right? They're going to be Shakur Stevenson, 135 WBC champion, is moving up to 140 to challenge Teofimo Lopez for the WBO 140-pound title. I love this fight. That's the fight that we needed. It's the fight we want to see. Keep shit interesting. And the word is that Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant might be on that card. Finally going at it in a grudge fight. Because I don't know if you guys remember the Earl Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford fight. There was a backstage incident where Caleb Plant smacked the shit out of Jermall Charlo. Now, you watch this on video, they were like, oh, Jamal's a bitch and all this. He got slapped like a motherfucker. He ain't hit nobody back. You guys got to understand something. When you are in mixed martial arts or in boxing, you are in combat sports. Your fists are technically licensed weapons. And if you're using them in places not a cage or a full-size four-sided ring, that's a crime. Okay? Now, with that being said, a slap is a slap. But I do agree Jermall Charlo needs to get his get back on Caleb Plant, and he's going to finally get the opportunity to do that. So, hopefully the rumors are true and we do get that fight. Now, there is a rumored fight for summer of 2026. Right? And it is Katie Taylor, fresh off of winning her trilogy fight with Amanda Serrano. She is in negotiations to fight Ronda Rousey in a boxing match. Now, I'm not like all these other people who have a beef with Ronda. You know what I'm saying? She's former UFC bantamweight champion, the pioneer who opened the doors on women's mixed martial arts in the UFC. First women's UFC champion ever. She's a UFC Hall of Famer. Former WWE Raw and SmackDown champion. Former WWE Women's Tag Team champion and former women's NXT Tag Team champion. Former movie star. I mean, she's got a lot of accolades. I think she's also a writer now. And now she wants to dabble in boxing. Here's my rebuttal with this bullshit. The last combat sports fight that Ronda won was in Brazil to a woman named Beth Correia, right? Here are 3 points. One, watching the strikes that Ronda did, right? Because she trained for her finish for her finish on Beth Correia. Where she backs her up, with a few jabs to the cage, with her back on the cage. Where Beth's back is on the cage, Ronda throws a left knee and leaves her open to behind the ear on the left side, and Ronda could throw an overhand right, which worked because both Beth Correia went literally face down, ass up, and it was a KO. Now, with that being said, you pivot to the next two fights of Ronda, right? 4 months later, Ronda goes to Australia to defend the UFC Bantamweight Championship against Holly Holm, former kickboxing champion, former boxing champion, and gets her fucking head kicked off. Now, before she was doing that, she was getting tagged with a straight left, right? So she was just softening her up. The leg kick all around the world, hit her in the jaw and the neck. Put her out. At least enough to get the TKO. That's point number 2. Point 3, look at her less timing fight against Amanda Nunes. Amanda was lighting her up. And those were like 4-ounce gloves? What the fuck you gonna do with boxing gloves with a champion like Katie Taylor? Not a goddamn thing. I think this is a cash grab. I think Ronda should think about her husband, think about her kids, and don't even step in the ring with that bullshit. You know, it was a rumor that she was coming back to maybe do a White House card in UFC. Against who? Personally, the only 2 people I would see her against in UFC is either with Kayla Harrison or Juliana Pena, but more Juliana Pena than, or even Miesha Tate. 3 active fighters that she has history with. Kayla Harrison, she defeated her in judo. Okay? Miesha Tate, she defeated her twice in the UFC. And then Juliana Pena, when they were coaching on the Ultimate Fighter with Miesha Tate versus Ronda Rousey, Juliana Pena was one of the students and fighters of Miesha Tate. So that would have been interesting. But Ronda, stay the fuck out the ring. That's not for you, baby girl. I'm sorry. But that's all we got for Fight Talk. This is your boy Eddie Jackson to Drop That Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page. Hit that sub button, motherfucker. Hit the like button. Hit the comment button. Do it. I dare ya. It's Eddie Jackson to Drop That Podcast. Y'all be easy, all right? Peace.